On today's show, we learn easy ways to cut spending, check into these colorful hotels, and
Okay, Bingo, let's do this.
let Bluey bring fun to your family.
Grown-ups are nuts.
Plus,
Oh, gonna get it nice and bubbly.
mouth-watering sandwiches you have to try.
We're probably gonna need a drop cloth and a shovel.
But up first, get dressed in digital clothes. It's your life, it's your list, and it starts right now.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina Guerrero.
And I'm Jimmy Rhodes, and think about this, robotics, virtual reality, all those things that used to feel like science fiction are now finding their ways into every part of our lives.
Including our closets. Guys, get ready to put your wardrobe into a time machine because space-age tech is taking our clothes to the next dimension.
It's the fashion of the future, and Jackie Denker's here to try them on for size. That's our featured story at the top of the list.
We are living in the digital age, from NFTs to Bitcoin to the metaverse. And now fashion is going futuristic.
It gives me goosebumps because we're on the cutting edge. Designers are now seeing that it really goes beyond the real world that we're in with dress and style.
To learn more about designers and companies making waves in fashion technology, we turned to Associate Professor of Fashion Marketing and Management at Lynn University, Andrew Bernstein. First up, we are taking a look at Dutch designer Anouk Wikpret.
With fashion design, with robotics, with engineering, with science, with textiles, she's really incorporated it all. Her spider dress is a perfect example of it. It has aesthetics, where sensors and movable arms on the dress help to create a more defined boundary of personal space while employing a fierce style.
If you get too close, the mechanical limbs on this spider dress will engage. Anouk also has teamed up with companies like Intel, Google, and NASA to incorporate the latest in fashion tech.
She also does this with other outfits where she can connect them to the brain. So even young people and adults who have sensory motivation or injuries, they can use these dresses to help them move for sensory perception, and it's so exciting.
To learn more info, you can head to anoukwikpret.nl. Next up, let's play Dress Up with DressX.
It's an international digital multi-brand retailer that carries digital fashion collections from contemporary brands and designers. Digital fashion is virtual fashion using 3D software to build a true life garment that can be visualized and simulated to look like real clothing.
How it works is you can purchase virtual clothing and accessories from their website and then send in a photo of yourself.
The picture will then be edited to where you are wearing a 3D model of the digital piece.
Although you can't get the piece in real life, you can use the picture for social media or even dating sites. DressX also has a free app where
digital looks can be applied to augmented reality on real-time videos and photos.
You can check out more at dressx.com.
Finally, let's talk the Fabricant.
This is really where we're looking at the metaverse, right? And the virtual world, because the Fabricant is the world's first only digital fashion house.
Here you can connect your crypto wallet to purchase pieces for your digital wardrobe that your avatar can wear in the metaverse.
These are a lot more expensive. Think of it as couture, one of a kind. In 2019, they had a virtual outfit that sold for almost $12,000, and they sold several of them.
Not only can you change your avatar's outfit, each garment is customizable and is an NFT. Each one is
traceable, tradable, and collectible piece of digital art.
You can learn more at thefabricant.com.
Stepping into the future with fashion tech is at the top of the list.
It started out simple enough, 2 pieces of bread, maybe some meat or cheese in the middle, but it's turned into an art form with almost endless possibilities. We're digging into some out-of-this-world sandwiches that'll put that bologna and cheese to shame.
Whether you're slapping together a PB&J or looking to upgrade your favorite portable meal, options abound when it comes to making sandwiches.
It can be sweet, it can be savory, it can be fried.
We broke bread with Chef John Paul Hutchins of Shift Pixie Labs and let our stomachs get bigger than our eyes with 3 amazing sandwiches. Starting with the grinder.
We're starting with a whole loaf of bread, and then we're just gonna pack this with all kinds of cool meats and cheeses, and then we're gonna top it with this beautiful kind of a lettuce slaw. It's a cool variation on a classic sandwich that I believe built America.
The sandwich that built America. How do we deny that?
Split the bread horizontally and drizzle olive oil on the top piece.
We have turkey, we have salami, we have prosciutto, we have capicola, we have all the good stuff.
Layer the meats on top of each other one at a time and really pile it high. Then stack the top side with several layers of provolone. To make the slaw, mix mayo, red wine vinegar, red pepper flake, and oregano. Chop up and add some lettuce and parsley, some pepperoncini, and finish it up with Parmesan.
Let's build this sandwich. So I'm just gonna pile this up and just get messy with it. I mean, really get messy.
It's messy, gooey, it's thick, and it's really good.
Next, portobello Parmesan.
This is just a riff on an eggplant parm or whatever. We're just using portobello mushrooms. And the reason I love portobello mushrooms is the umami.
Umami is the meaty, salty flavor. To prep the mushrooms, skin the tops and scrape off the gills on the bottom. Then cut them into strips. Dip them in flour, beaten egg, and finally breadcrumbs. Fry in 360-degree peanut oil, and when golden, let them rest on a rack to drain the excess oil.
Let's put some provolone on there.
All right, got
and
it.
then pop that in the oven.
Oh, gonna get it nice and bubbly.
After a few minutes, take the bread out and pile strips of portobello on top and cover it with pasta sauce. Then grab a fresh roll of mozzarella.
And then I'm gonna take this guy and see if we can just tear off chunks of this so we have some texture here.
Put the bottom half in the oven at 450 for a few minutes to toast it up. Remove it and place chopped basil and parsley on top.
We're probably gonna need a drop cloth and a shovel because it's gonna be a messy sandwich.
It is good. This is an immersive sandwich. You're gonna live it.
Yeah.
Finally, the Donut Deluxe.
Let's get weird with it. We're gonna build a sandwich on a glazed donut, but this will actually work because sweet plays well with smoky and salty.
Place several pieces of smoked turkey, ham, and cheddar on top of each other on a pan and throw it in a 500-degree oven just to warm it up. Then fry an egg sunny side up.
I don't think we're gonna cut this in half. I think we're gonna use one for the top and one for the bottom.
Place the meat and cheese on top, followed by the egg and some bacon, then top it off with the other donut.
So you ready to try this?
I have my affairs in order. Oh my gosh.
It works though.
This is so wrong, but it feels so right.
Giving our taste buds a treat, one sandwich at a time.
You know, a lot of folks think they won't be able to really start socking away money until they're in a household with dual incomes. But in fact, the best time to get started is right now, no matter where you are in life. So we are kickstarting a lifetime of financial security with saving tips for singles.
It's easy to assume that couples save more money, but
singles have unique ways where they can save. They also have unique ways where they're probably spending money versus other categories of people.
We spoke with financial expert from brickseek.com, Bethany Hollers, to learn how to save money as a single. And it starts with a budget.
You cannot know where you can be saving more money or how you can be spending smarter if you do not know what money is coming in and what money is going out. It's just the essential first step in the entire process.
And pick a budgeting method.
You want to pick the type of budget that works best for your situation and then stick to it.
A common one is called the 50-30-20 plan.
That essentially means that 50% of your income that's coming in is going towards the absolute essentials. And when I say essentials, I'm not talking about your morning coffee. I'm talking about things like rent or mortgage, insurance, utilities, food, your car payment. 30% would go towards your wants. Those would be your dinners out or drinks with the girls. And then 20% going towards debt repayment, or ultimately, once the goal being that your debt would be to ultimately be paid off, would go towards savings.
Next, learn to cook for one.
Going out to eat, spending money on takeout is one of the easiest ways to overspend. You can oftentimes be spending 200%, 300%, 400% more than what it would cost to make yourself a meal at home.
So lay off the takeout and
consider making a weekly meal plan where you would write down exactly what you're gonna cook, take that list to the store so that you're only buying what you need and you're not making impulse purchases. And these different lifestyle changes stacked one on top of the other can really make a huge immediate impact on your budget.
Finally, keep your social life affordable.
Consider things like maybe hosting a cookout at your house rather than going out to the restaurant, or spending the day at the beach rather than having to pay the cost for a ticket to admission somewhere, or even hosting a game night or a movie night rather than going out to the bar. These are little ways that still keep you in contact with friends and family, but you're saving here and there, and those savings really add up.
We're single and ready to mingle with our finances. Still to come on the list.
I'd like to welcome you to my home.
You'll be tickled pink at these hotels.
If you're looking to unwind, you've come to the right place.
And know what to ask before you try Botox.
Do you have before and afters that you can show me?
Plus,
Okay, let's go back to having fun.
find out why Bluey is so popular.
All right, Trampolinium!
Yeah!
Bluey! All that and more next.
Welcome back, friends. All right, it is no secret that people will do almost anything to look a little younger.
And more of the time, they're finding a miracle cure with Botox or filler.
Yes, but remember, it is a medical procedure, and if you go with someone with subpar skills, well, you'll spend months looking at the bungled results in the mirror.
Hattie D. Jamal found some inside tips on how to find the right person to do those injections.
Let's face it, Botox and filler treatments have become more than just a trend.
Injectables, I think, are just starting to take off. By 2025, they're actually expected to triple in the United States.
Registered nurse and Perfect Dose Med Spa owner Kristen Herzog says injectables are much more common for both women and men. But with so many options for treatment, many are left wondering,
how do you know who to go to?
Kristen says, remember, these are still medical treatments, which means the first thing you should look for in an injector is credentials.
Find a medical provider that's either a nurse, a doctor, physician assistant, nurse practitioner, because these are medications.
And outside of their medical background, you'll also want to ask,
do you do continuing education? What types of educations are you taking? Do you have before and afters that you can show me? Things like that, so you can really start to develop trust with your provider.
You can also verify your provider's credentials online.
Go to the approved Galderma and Allergan, which are the creators of Botox fillers and Dysport, and you can type in your area and a list of providers will come up.
And while it may seem rational to think,
okay, they know what they're doing, they're certified, shouldn't they be good enough as an injector?
Not quite. Kristen says the next thing to look for is injection style.
Injectors are anatomists and they're also artists.
And just like every artist may know how to paint, it doesn't mean that every artist paints the same. So while having an injector that understands anatomy is important, you can't forget about
the art of injecting. So you really want to make sure that the provider that you choose is injecting with a style that fits your needs, right? Because there's many different looks, many different lips, cheeks.
And just like an injector's style is important, so is their approach. Wrapping us up with good bedside manner.
I think it's important when talking to your injector that they are explaining all the options to you.
Kristen says it's your job to come in with cosmetic goals in mind, but
it's the injector's job to be able to tell you the tools on how to get there.
Kristen says a good provider will not offer recommendations without hearing your goals first. And also,
if for any reason you're scared or unhappy, that person's available to talk you through the process.
You should always feel comfortable throughout the process, and even after the treatment is done. And Kristen says it's important that you take your time and meet with a few different providers until you find one that really fits.
Because you're not just paying for the product, you're paying for the person behind the syringe.
Just a few ways to help you select before you inject.
Pink is a calming color associated with love, kindness, and femininity. So how about this for an idea for a relaxing vacation? Teresa Strasser is visiting some of the most beautiful pink hotels across America. Teresa.
Thank you. These hotels are not just pink, they are gorgeous, unique, and perfect for your next getaway. Our first stop, San Luis Obispo, California, and the Madonna Inn.
I'm Phyllis Madonna, and I'd like to welcome you to my home and my family's home, and hope you enjoy it as much as we do.
This charming and quirky hotel is a landmark destination that features 110 guest rooms, each with a unique style.
Our rooms are designed to take you away to another place. A place for relaxing, rejuvenating, and reconnecting.
And this pink property doesn't only offer eccentric accommodations, it also has venues.
The variety of events that can happen in the garden room are just anything from weddings to meetings.
If you want to know more, visit MadonnaInn.com. Our next stop on the Pink Parade is the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
A truly unique 5-star 5-diamond property.
The Broadmoor is rich in history and offers breathtaking views.
Built nearly 100 years ago and nestled at the gateway to the Rocky Mountains, the Broadmoor sits on its own idyllic private lake.
It's known for its pink stucco, but also for its greens.
Golfers from all over the world come to challenge themselves on the Broadmoor's 3 classically designed and meticulously maintained championship courses.
For more info, visit Broadmoor.com. And last on our list is the Pink Shell Beach Resort and Marina in Fort Myers Beach, Florida.
So, where will you be staying? Before you even step foot inside your room, having views like this to greet you isn't a bad place to start.
This resort provides many fun and relaxing activities like a spa.
Tired from your travels? If you're looking to unwind, you've come to the right place.
And a beachfront view that you will not be able to resist.
What are you waiting for? Give us a call and reserve your spot in paradise today.
For more info, you can visit pinkshell.com. And those were 3 picture-perfect pink hotels across America. Lots more to come on the list. Stay right here.
We're back, and on today's binge list, there just aren't a lot of preschool shows that make TV critics' lists of the best series of the year, but then there aren't a lot of shows like Bluey. It's gotta be done. We're learning all about the quirky Australian import from 2 of the show's producers.
Bluey. Bingo.
Yes.
Bluey isn't just a brightly colored distraction that allows parents to do the dishes, it's profoundly entertaining.
The show was made to be funny, to connect parents and their children, or adults and kids more broadly.
Talking about the latest season and the success of Bluey are the show's producers Sam Moore and Daley Pearson. Starting with its tremendous appeal.
Okay, let's go back to having fun.
It's warm and it's funny. It's really authentic. People really identify to the show because it feels like they're watching an episode of their life.
All right, Trampolinium!
Yeah!
Bluey, puzzle?
I'm not done!
This winner of an International Emmy Kids Award depicts the fun and modern everyday lives of the title character and her family.
We're going to make you breakfast in bed.
Oh, great.
I think it just shows you that you can just spend time with your kids, just playing. You know, nothing has to be a lesson or a thing that you have to do. Just have fun.
Here's the plan. I'll make Dad an omelette. Bluey, you set the brekkie tray. And Bingo, you make the birthday card.
Up next, Bluey's success.
I did it!
Yeah!
We used to get emails from people saying, if you put cameras in our rooms, you just feel like you're filming my family life. So it's a real co-viewing show. And I think, you know, that works well for both the parents and the kids.
Huh? Are you copying me?
Are you copying me?
In addition to receiving record ratings and a chart-topping soundtrack, Bluey's also responsible for a best-selling line of merch and has been named in Rolling Stone's Top 100 Sitcoms list.
You know, we're hearing parents and grandparents and brothers and sisters are playing these games with their kids, and that is always overwhelming to hear.
You'll have to pay for that.
And finally, what fans can expect from Season 3 and beyond.
There's lots to look forward to for Series 3. Lots of the episodes are brand new games that people are going to really enjoy.
Okay, Bingo, let's do this.
Starting this November, fans will be able to watch Bluey and Family live in theaters when they embark on their U.S. tour that kicks off at Madison Square Garden, followed by performances across the country till next August.
Yes! Hooray!
Audiences here have really loved it. And so, yeah, we're really hoping that the audiences in the US will love it as much.
Grown-ups are nuts.
The new season is split in 2 parts with the first 25 7-minute episodes available now on Disney+. Bluey, a quality television show from Down Under, on the binge list.
So much fun. From what I've heard about that show, it's as much for the parents as it is for the kids.
Oh, yeah. Bluey's already been binged at my house by my kids and by me.
Well, coming up, things are about to get spicy. What's last on our list is next.
Welcome back, friends. All right, it is time for what's last on our list. You know, the sunscreen hasn't even worn off yet, and here we are, August, and pumpkin spice is just spilling out all over the place.
Okay, you know, this is a very divisive issue. It's as polarizing as like Hawaiian pizza or ketchup on a hot dog.
Agreed. You know, here's the thing. I don't mind pumpkin spice. Some people don't like it. But in August, and every brand, you know, is jumping on board. Dunkin' Donuts and Goldfish together had a baby. They named her Dunkin' Pumpkin Spice Graham. Pumpkin Spice Oreos. Don't even get me started on the hot sauce.
Okay, so it's not about the pumpkin spice per se. It's really about jumping the season. It's still summer. It's not pumpkin spice season yet. You know, which it really needs a kickoff day, like an official holiday, October 1st maybe. You know, we're almost into Halloween, and then we're gonna be right on to Christmas. Everything's moving too fast.
It moves way too fast, and who really loses out because pumpkin spice was so eager to jump the gun? Thanksgiving, barely an aisle at the grocery store with some fake fall leaves and a turkey.
All right, so I take it as a protest, matter of principle, you're sitting out the pumpkin spice until at least October.
Well, I already had my pumpkin spice latte for breakfast. I was just saying. And that's what's last on our list. Thanks so much for watching, friends. We'll see you next time.
Here's a look at what's coming up tomorrow on the list. Meet the talented dogs of YouTube. And how to take that solo hike safely.
This is going to be your only way to contact the outside world.
Plus, pop a paleta for a cool treat.
Oh my gosh, it's so refreshing.
That's tomorrow, only on the list.